the rotary cutter
Really?
on the self-healing mat, zip right through
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't have a very good rotary cutter. I need to get another one, so I don't use mine. I think I may have gotten a one that was faulty because it's never worked right for me. It just has never worked right. So, but I mean, I have a lot cut, but then I also found this Dollar Tree ribbon that I got last week that I forgot that I had, and so I didn't cut any of it. And I thought, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I wonder if I have time to cut some of it now. I don't know. I have a lot already, though. I have a lot cut already. And then I got this at Walmart today. Walmart started putting out ribbon and stuff. And I thought
They
that
don't
was
have
so
our
cute.
Christmas out at my Walmart. I went there.
They're just starting, and I actually already harassed the lady that was putting it out, and I asked her when they were going to have the rest of it out, and she said probably within the next week. I'm like, a week? But they had 10-inch rolls of mesh, but they were expensive. They were like $8, and I thought, wow,
Yeah. I'm not paying
it's
that for it.
expensive.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to pay for that.
When we do the garland, is it going to be spiral or is it going to be poof?
For what?
The garland.
Garland? I think I'm going to do both. I think I'm going to do poofs, and I'm going to put spirals in the ties.
So you can get accent mesh for the different colors too. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So like I might do a red poof and then maybe do green little spirals. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do.
Maybe green and white spirals too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have Sherry here, Debbie Motley. I don't know how many people are going to be in the class tonight. I think a lot of people asked for the video. Robin's here. Hi, Robin. Robin's not working.
Did you get your plumbing all fixed up? I hated that for you.
And I don't know what happened. They said there was just a bunch of toilet paper in there, and I don't really want to go into detail, but we've been in this house for over a year, and this is the first time that that's ever happened. So, but we have, we rent the lower half of a house, and there's a young couple that lives upstairs, and they have a baby, and I'm wondering if they might have tried to flush wipes or something. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, plumbing problems are not fun. And it was such a beautiful day yesterday, and I was stuck waiting like half the day for the plumber, and then he didn't show up until this morning. Hi, Bunny. Bunny's here.
Hey, Bunny.
Nobody's talking. Everybody's quiet. My daughter's here from Long Island, and she came in my room, and she saw me trying to set up my camera, and she said, Mom, nobody can really see you the way you have it set up. So she set it up for me. And it's like directly overhead my table, which is how I wanted it. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. So you're still not going to be able to see my face, but I feel that watching me, you need to see what I'm doing more than my face. This is kind of why I start out this way and I end this way, so we can talk a little bit. Hey, Robin, you never have your camera on. Hey, honey.
Hi.
I love your tree so much.
Oh, thank you.
I need to finish mine because I ran out of my lime green mesh. So mine is still sitting in the corner waiting to be finished.
Well, I've had a lot of questions on it today.
You mentioned that. Now, these like people from the other group that are asking you, or like your personal friends?
No, they're not my friends. They are people from the other group. So I forward them to your group because I'm not going to give out your ideas and everything. I appreciate
that. And the thing of it, I didn't see your post over there. I was looking for it. I wish you had tagged me in it so I could see it, because that happens a lot.
Yeah. So I've been getting private messages and everything, and I'm like, you got to join the paid group.
Oh, so thank you, Robin. I appreciate that.
We'll see what happens, but I hope people don't get upset with me, but that's the way it is,
I appreciate that. And the same thing happens. I don't know if you guys belong to Wreath Creators and More. Have you heard of that group?
I haven't.
That's another large Wreath group. And Julie Oxendine runs that group, and she's the sweetest girl on the face of the earth. And she's got Julie's Wreath Boutique. If you've ever seen her wreath, she does a lot of burlap flowers. And she does tutorials as well. And she showed me an exchange, because all the admins talk to each other, but she's really sweet. And she showed me an exchange that was on her page the other day where someone had bought her tutorial. And I don't know if you've seen it. It's a Christmas tree, but it's like a wall tree. And it's made out of burlap. And the burlap kind of like, it's like layered down. It's really, really pretty. I've never seen anything like it before. And someone had done her tutorial. They bought it. And her tutorials are cheap. They're like $12. They're really cheap. And they posted it, but the person that posted it didn't give credit to Julie. They just said, this is my latest creation, which I kind of thought wasn't right. You know, she's posting it on her page. And then everybody immediately is like, I bet someone here could figure out how she did that. And, you know, can you tell us how you did it? And the girl kept saying, well, no, I really can't. But instead of saying, you know, I learned it from Julie, everybody's saying, you know, well, I bet you we could figure it out. You know, I bet you there's a video on YouTube. And then Julie jumped on and said, no, this is my tutorial. But people were being kind of rude to her. And I'm thinking, you know, why would you want to be rude to the admin of a group? You're going to get yourself kicked out. And you know what I've been encountering a lot lately, and I won't talk forever, but people get mad at me. You know, we've been having to put a lot of new rules in place in the other group because it's just, people just keep trying to sell. And they're doing it like they're keeping prices out of their posts, but what they're doing, I hate the reflection on my glasses. What they're doing is they're just like discreetly like putting sales pitches in their posts. Like they'll say, you know, these are some new Christmas wreaths. They would look great on any door. Now that's a sales pitch. So, you know, we've been just trying to like, you know, put some more rules in place, and people get mad. They get annoyed. And what they try to do is they block the admins. They'll block you, and they think that
on your own group,
by blocking you that you can't see what they're doing, but we can tell that they've blocked us. You know, because if anybody's ever blocked you, their name is like, it's not in blue, it's in black. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? And then we had to put another post saying, you know, please don't block your admins. And it's just, I never in a million years thought that group was going to have 30,000 members in, let me see, June, July, August, September, 3 months. Wait a minute, June, July, August, September, 3 months, 4 months. Never in a million years did I ever think that group would grow so fast. And I don't know if you guys know the story of how I started it. I don't know why I'm just like chatting now. You're like, come on, get to the Wreath. I used to belong to Wild About Wreaths. I don't know if anybody belongs to that group, Wild About Wreaths.
I am, yeah.
And to tell you the truth, when I decided I was going to do these classes, I wasn't going to charge anything. I had wanted to do this when I belonged to Wild About Wreaths. I wanted to do some sort of a wreath making club, and the admins over there wouldn't let me do it. You know, there's one particular admin over there that didn't get along with me very well, and she wouldn't let me do it. And I just got kind of sick of the rules. And I thought, I'm just going to start my own group. It was like a whim, and it just took off. And I was getting all these weird requests from people to join, and I needed to put the questions in place. Like, why do you want to join this group? I don't know if you guys saw those when you asked to join. And some of the answers that I got were just, they brought me to tears. Just women that were stuck home with disabilities. Maybe they lost a spouse. They were alone. Their kids left. The empty nest syndrome. They had depression or an illness. And I thought, you know, in these women, it was more so like a community thing. Like they wanted to be a part of something. And I wasn't even going to charge anything at first. And then I realized how much work it was, and that's really kind of how it started. So, sorry, I'll stop talking. Anyway, who do we have here now? Gina Jennings, Robin's here, Bunny Aldridge. Bunny, are you going to talk to me tonight? Debbie Motley.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just hanging out.
She's hanging out.
Trying to figure out how to get my picture on there.
That's okay. I don't need to see your picture. I know what you look like.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm using
I won't worry then.
Teresa's
I'm using
here.
my other laptop, so I don't have a camera.
Oh, that's okay. Sherry Cannon. We don't have a real big group tonight, but you know what? That's okay. Well, I'm excited to show you my new setup. Move my camera over. Let me move my laptop over, and I'm going to show you what my daughter did for me. You're not going to be able to see me, but she really did a good job getting it set up. So there's a really good view of my table here. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but that's why she's 26 years younger than me. Let's see if it switches over. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
So it's like right over my table.
Oh, my God.
I gotta
That's
move it.
great.
I had that like that. I already kind of started a little bit. I cheated a little with some of my ribbon because let me get my chair. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. I don't know if you can see my ribbon. Let me move this so I can. Okay. There's a couple of different ways you can do your ribbon. You can do, I'm trying to get it so you can see all my ribbon here. That's all my ribbon over here. I'm just going to mute everybody, so nothing personal. You guys know how to unmute yourselves. Where's my thing? Here we go. Okay. Okay. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can, hold on. Why isn't this going away? Hold on. Okay. You can do one pattern at a time and just sort of like randomly like start placing them around your form. Or you can just go, just start placing them like together. Do you know what I mean? However you want to do it, however you think it's going to work best for you. I actually went and I got a thimble because I was poking, where's the camera? Where is it? I was poking the ribbon in with just my finger and it started to hurt, but this thing is like uncomfortable. I thought they made like rubber ones, but they don't make rubber ones. I couldn't find the rubber ones, but it's important, you know, because I have different, you can see that I have different widths here. I think my widths range from 3/8 of an inch up to an inch. And I'm doing Christmas, obviously. But we'll get to this side after, because I kind of want to show you, there's a couple of different ways you can do the outside. If you want your ribbons all facing upwards, I'm just going to show you an example. Let me pick one of my ribbons here that I want to do this with. Let's see. If you want all your ribbons to face upwards instead of like outwards, you can do that. I'll just show you how to do that. So you take your piece of ribbon, and you're just going to make your little circle, and just do like, make enough room in there to, you can see that. I'm trying to get to the inside here. Just make enough room in there so it's overlapping so you can put your pin in there. But this is if you're putting it up here, okay? You can still do this on the side, okay, but they're going to be sticking out that way. If you'd rather have all your ribbons facing up like that, you can do that. It's all in what you like. All you're really going to do is just, instead of making a circle, you're going to kind of go like that with your ribbon, okay, and you're going to pin it that way. So you can do that too. It's however it looks nice to you. So when you're done filling everything in, it's not going to look like right now when I put it like this, because you could actually also put it like this. You could put your circle like that on the side. You don't have to put it like that. It looks good if you have your ribbons going like in different directions, and like you don't want all your ribbons to be like lined up together like this. You know, you want them to like be going in different directions because it looks cool that way. So this wreath really is very, very easy. It's a little bit time consuming. I like to poke my pin in first before I put it in, just so it's in there. I stick it right through the middle of my fold. I'm just going to find a spot here. And it's time consuming because you're going to have over 100 pieces of ribbon. Let me shut my Facebook off because it's going to keep dinging on me here. People are really going crazy over that tomato cage Christmas tree. I'm getting so many requests from people that want to know how to make it. It's crazy. So that's it. I mean, we may not even be able to finish this wreath in class because there's a lot of ribbon here. So instead of continuing to talk, let's just start putting our ribbon in. So you can do, like I said, you can do all of one color first and then move on to the next one. I've done it a couple of different ways. Just sort of like randomly placing them around the wreath. And I just got my nails done, and I knew this was going to be a pain in the neck. I haven't had my nails done in a long time, and I'm not used to them. I went with my daughter, and we got our nails done the other day. And, you know, it's important to, you know, use the different widths, too, as you're going along. That's going to add some texture. And I love your colors, Gina. I really, really do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I actually used my crock pot tonight for dinner. And if you guys like chili, you need to try this recipe. It's called creamy taco chicken chili. And it's just a bunch of different beans, you know, all the kind of beans that you put in your chili, kidney beans and chili beans. What else was in there? Black beans. And you just put 2 whole chicken breasts, boneless breasts, in your crock pot, and then you shred them like after 6 hours. And you know what you put in it to make it creamy? You put cream cheese in it. That's the only thing that it takes that makes it creamy. I don't know why I'm talking about food, but so don't forget the inside either. And you can do the same thing on the inside that I told you on the outside. If you'd rather have your ribbons all facing up like that, just like attach them like that to the inside of your wreath instead of making a circle. So you're kind of like folding it like that. You can see that. So play with it a little bit. And that's why, you know, Gina, when you did the post and you said, I'm not sure about this owl ribbon and the other ribbon there, it's just as simple as trying it out. And then if you don't like the way it looks, just take the pin out and pull it out. So there's no glue, there's no pipe cleaners. So what I did on the inside was I just sort of like randomly placed these 2 on the inside. I don't really have a lot of this ribbon though. I bought some of this ribbon by the yard on eBay. So I don't really have a ton of it. I think I'm going to stick another one of these on the inside here.
I bought more ribbon because I couldn't find a 12-inch form and mine's 16 inches. So I knew I was going to need more ribbon.
Right. Where did you end up getting your form?
Hobby Lobby.
I got mine online. I got 2 white styrofoam forms online. I just wrapped them in the ribbon I had. I tried to wrap them in mesh. It didn't work out very well. I had some red Dollar Tree mesh, and it just didn't. It stuck, and it didn't look right. So I got rid of that really fast. That's why it's easier sometimes to put the pin in your ribbon first before you stick it in the form, because if you're doing the inside, it's kind of hard to maneuver your fingers to get in there. Now, I was going to use glue, but I thought, you know, it's going to be messy. I've got 2 pins here, I think. These are so thin. I had 2 pins in my hand. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. You sort of just, that's what's so fun about it. You just kind of go with it. I thought this one was pretty. I got this one from the dollar store. You can see that. It's sort of like a white with like a, we're going to throw that on there. So Gina, I know you had asked earlier, and I think Bunny, you were asking too about the garland class. Really the only not really out of ordinary, but really the only pieces of material or supplies that you're going to probably want to order ahead of time are your work garland form, which is just like a work wreath form, but it's in the shape of a garland. It already has the pipe cleaners and everything attached. They have those at Craft Outlet. I don't know if you can get them in the store, but you can just go ahead and order that. I think the biggest they come in is 9 feet, which is pretty long if you want it like for a mantle. But if you're looking to go like around a whole door frame, like around the sides too, you're going to want to buy 2. You're just going to want to like double them up. So, and then I know I told you 21-inch mesh, but like I said, I think we're going to do ruffles too. So you might want to get just a roll of 21-inch mesh and then a roll of 10-inch not the ruffles, I'm sorry, spirals. Because we're going to just do spirals in the ties. And then you're just going to add ribbon and ornaments and, whatever embellishment. Now, I just want to show you what I just did here. You don't have to make like a perfect circle with your ribbon. And it kind of looks neat when you sort of, I don't want to say twist it. Let me get a piece here and I'll show you what I just did. When you make your circle here, so that's like your perfect circle, okay? You can go like that a little bit. You see what I mean? I don't know if you can see that at all. You see how it's sort of like, I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. It's not really like a perfect circle. It's sort of like folded over itself like that. I'm sort of almost like the Cancer sign. You see that? You can do that too. That would kind of look pretty. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You're looking to like add dimension and texture, and so are anybody's fingers hurting yet? Mine are doing okay so far. This might be something you want to add on the side though, if you're going to do your loop like that instead of on top, because it might look a little bit weird if you do it like that on top. Let's see here. I'm probably going to make more of these. I saw a bunch of fall and Halloween ribbon. Where did you get your ribbon from, Gina? Oh, your pretty fall ribbon. I love your ribbon.
I got mine from Walmart and Hobby Lobby.
Walmart. I wish my Walmart had ribbon like that.
The majority of it came from Walmart. I've got some burlap with pumpkins and acorns on it. That came from Hobby Lobby. And some of my solids came from Hobby Lobby, but the rest of it came from Walmart.
Was that like 40% off at Hobby Lobby?
No, it was 50% off today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know that the girl there told me that the fall stuff is just going to start. It's just going to start getting more off. Like it will. Like the 40% was never going to go away. It was just.
Well, these weren't in the fall department. These were back in the sewing.
Oh, okay.
So it's part of the 50%.
I think I looked at sewing there a couple of weeks ago. They didn't have anything great. I wasn't too impressed.
A whole lot, but like I said, I got my solids in there, like my maroon and my red and my orange and my off-white, stuff like that I got in there.
Uh-huh.
So,
very pretty.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm so sad about Tom Petty, Gina. I'm so sad. When I saw that, I'm like, oh no.
You just have no idea. I'm 50 years old, but I am a hard rock baby. And my favorite channel on my Sirius XM is my hair metal station. And when Mama called me today, she says, Gina, I heard Tom Petty died. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I grew up with him. He was like an 80s.
Yeah.
Popular in the 80s.
On MTV when they actually played videos.
Yeah, exactly. When they used to play videos, exactly. Not anymore.
No.
I remember him when he was remember the Traveling Wilburys?
Oh, yeah, Traveling Wilburys, yeah.
Aw, so sad.
I know.
So, like, this is kind of cute, and you're going to see as you're filling it in. Like, these are going in entirely different directions, but that's okay. That's fine. It looks kind of weird now, but once it starts filling in, it's going to look gorgeous. And I have a cute little snowman, too. I thought that was really cute. I got that off eBay. I thought that was really cute. I spent many a late night looking at ribbon on eBay. This is probably the only time, ladies, you're going to use unwired ribbon is for making these wreaths. So, and try to get like different widths next to each other. Like this is a thin one. I'm gonna start putting some of the thin ones in too. It's nice to be able to sit for the class. What do you guys think of this view that my daughter gave me here for my craft table? I think I like it better. I always wanted to have like an overhead view. I always felt like you guys couldn't see before. And then my daughter says, Mom, they can't see you though. I'm like, oh, it's okay. They don't really need to see me. They just need to see my hands and what I'm doing. It'll fill in and it's gonna look really nice once it's filled in. I feel like I have two pieces of ribbon stuck together here, but I can't tell. I feel like this is gonna be kind of a boring class because all we're doing is making little ribbon circles and attaching them, and I apologize for that. I just saw this wreath and I thought, I really want to do this. Everybody that's not doing a wreath right now is probably going to be falling asleep. When's this going to be over? I find stuff like this to be very relaxing. You know, it's just sitting in your craft room, get a glass of wine, get a cup of coffee. It's the end of the day. You know. Oops, my pin bent on me here.
Does anybody have cats that they have to fight with ribbon?
I have a cat, but she doesn't bother me when I'm crafting. Why?
Mine, I had cut my ribbon and had it laying on the table, and I walked in the living room, and she got quiet.
Uh-oh.
And I came in here, and she was dragging my ribbon off the table and playing with it.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I can imagine the cat doing that.
Yeah.
I like all the pictures that I see of the cat sitting in the middle of the wreath. You ever see those?
Oh yeah, mine likes to play with pipe cleaners. She fetches. She'll get them. She'll bring it back to me. We throw it for her, and she fetches them. I'll have to post a video one time in our group. Let y'all see it.
Yes, please do.
I'll shut up. I'm one of those who'll talk to a wall, so I'm sorry if I offend somebody by talking.
Well, I feel bad because, you know, everybody's just like working and nobody's talking, and I just, like I said, I feel like you guys are getting bored. That's why I always feel like I have to talk.
I'm not bored.
Okay, good.
Having people that pick you up when you get knocked down and validate that person.
It's been a rough weekend at our house, so this is kind of my little therapy.
Yes, me too. I agree. I feel like I'm blurry. Hold on a minute. I always feel like I go blurry. Let me see. I am dying to show you guys a wreath that I learned over the summer. But it's one of those things where I didn't purchase the tutorial, but someone was selling the tutorial. And They just gave it to me, just, you know, just to be friendly. And it's a ruffle wreath, with no cutting, but it's not like a pull-through ruffle or a bubble or anything. It's literally, it's a technique that she came up with, and I still have not tried it, but it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And I just feel bad like teaching it to you guys because, you know, she's still selling this tutorial, but I don't know, I might have to ask her if she would mind if I did it in class. 'Cause it's not like I'm sharing it with the world. I mean, how many people are ever in any of my classes? Maybe 25, 30 people at one time. So, I don't know, I gotta think about that. But it really makes a beautiful wreath, and if you could see the way that she does it, it's really amazing and how easy it is. Because, you know, I've done ruffle wreaths. I love the way the ruffle wreath looks, but as you know as well as I do, there's fraying. You know, no matter what kind of quality mesh that you get, whether you cut it with the wood burning tool or not, you're still going to have some fraying. And this method actually just totally eliminates that. So I'm just going to kind of go in and start putting some of my thinner ribbon in now. I think this is 3/8. This kind of a wreath just does not look good with very wide ribbon. Like anything over an inch, I don't think would look right. So again, it's going to be time consuming. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if we're going to finish this in class tonight, but only because, you know, you are going to want to, you're probably going to be moving some pieces of ribbon around. You're probably going to be adding some ribbon. I may even go in and cut some more of my other ribbon that I have and use that. You're going to be filling in spaces. So you may not finish tonight, but that's okay. I'm finding this very relaxing. I have a little snowflake I thought was kind of cute. Let's see. I think it's best to maybe use maybe your wide ribbon and then put your thinner ribbon in between to fill up the gaps. But that's kind of why you want to put your, wrap your form in ribbon as well. That way you don't see the green or the white, you know, or whatever color that you used. Once it starts filling in, it's going to look a lot nicer. Yeah, I saw one where the girl actually, a girl had made one of these, and she actually took each piece of ribbon and she glued the ends together. She threw them in a big box, and then she glued them all to the wreath form. And I just thought, that's a lot of gluing. That's way too much gluing for me. I thought this was really pretty too. I think somebody else got this ribbon. Kind of got little swirlies on it. I kind of like that one too. Robin, are you making a Christmas one? Robin's busy. So just put them in different directions. Like you see how I just kind of went up to that polka dot one and I put this one in the other direction. They don't have to all be going in the same direction. That's totally fine. Ouch, keep poking myself when I go to get the ribbons out of here. Actually, my finger's not doing too bad. I guess I didn't need that thimble after all. I think the last time I saw a thimble was when I was a little girl. My mother used to use one when she was sewing. That's the last time I ever saw a thimble. I'm excited for the flower wreath too. I can't wait to make that one. If you haven't gotten the center piece yet for your flower wreath, anybody that's going to be in the flower class, you can buy the round, I guess, canvas is what it's called for crocheting or needlepoint. They have those at Hobby Lobby in the 9.5. You can actually buy the round piece that goes in the middle, and it fits right in the middle of your Dollar Tree frame. If you have a Dollar Tree 14.5-inch frame, it fits right in the middle like perfectly. Either that or just buy the square and cut it yourself. But you're going to need 9 or 9.5 inches to fit in the middle of your wreath form. And I wanted to show you what I got too today at Walmart. I'm going to show you in a minute here. For the center, if you are going to make the poinsettia, you don't need to really have the wide foam for the center. Let me show you what I got. I think Dollar Tree has them, but I got this round half circle, but I'm almost thinking that might be a little bit too big because the one that I make for the poinsettia is more, it's smaller in the middle. It's not so big. So I got these two. These are just like big foam pieces, but I think I just may cut one of these in half because I want my circle to be smaller in the middle of my flower because I'm just going to put little gold balls in the middle. So if all you can find is these, it'll work. It won't look horrible, but I'm just going to be using one of these because I want my center to be smaller. And I'm going to put little gold ornaments. I have these. Ooh, I'll show you. I have the little gold ornaments. I'm going to use the shiny ones. Like I'll put like 4 of them in the middle, but that's going to be the middle of my poinsettia. And these I did get from Walmart. They were by the mesh, dry foam, I think they're called. And this was actually in the craft department too. So this really isn't that much bigger. So, I mean, that would work too. So just for anybody that's in the flower class. And I got this gold paint too. Well, it's actually classic caramel that I'm going to color. I'm going to paint it with before I glue my ornaments in the middle. So that's just that. I wanted to show you guys. They had gold, actual gold paint there, but it was really expensive. Like for a little tiny bottle, it was like $3. And I thought, no, I'll just do the caramel.
Are you going to make your center beforehand?
Yes. Yeah. Get your center done before. You mean the center, the little piece I just showed you?
Yep.
Yeah, do that. Okay. Are you going to do a poinsettia or what are you going to do?
I'm going to do a poinsettia.
Yeah. So just, if you're going to do the gold in the middle like me, just try to find a color. Like the caramel I got is fine. If you want to get the gold, you can get the gold. That's fine too. But get it all painted and ready ahead of time. You don't have to necessarily glue your ornaments on. We can do that in class. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Christina, is that a Saturday class?
Yeah. Yeah, next Saturday.
Okay.
Are you working?
Yeah. Of course.
What's that?
Of course.
Oh, Robin. It's time to
I know. Let me tell you, I'm 65 and I'm trying to cut back, but it's not working too well right now, especially
What kind of restaurant do you work at?
What?
What kind of a restaurant is it?
It's called Black Pig. It's in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We're about an hour north of Milwaukee and an hour south of Green Bay.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a gastro pub. I'm kind of proud because my son is the executive chef there.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So, we do a lot of pork, of course, Black Pig, mac and cheeses. It's a very popular restaurant.
Uh-huh.
So we also have a catering end of it because my boss opened up a 350 person catering banquet end last September. So every Saturday in October is a no request off.
Oh, I see. Right. Nobody's getting any time off.
No time off. So I had to work my craft shows around that. But
You do a
they're
lot
pretty
of craft
good.
shows, huh?
Yeah, I've got 3 shows coming up, but they're really pretty good with me. They know I'm the mom of everybody over there, so they treat me really good.
Well, they treat you good because your son's the executive chef, too.
Yeah, that's right. He's the boss back there. I got a little pull.
So he learned how to cook from you, right?
I wish I could say that. He always tells people it's because of my cooking that he became a chef.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh, God. No. When he did come home, he'd always say, Mom, can you make your mac and cheese? And I'm like, oh, really? You're an executive chef? You want my mac and cheese?
Oh, nice. That's good, though.
Yeah, I'm very proud of him. He's a good guy.
How old is he?
He just turned 40 in July.
Uh-huh.
He's been single all his life and met someone who is also in the business, thank God. She does have 3 children, but he's very happy. He's stepdad. So
That's good.
it is. I'm very happy for him.
That's
So,
awesome.
it's kind of funny because you get one child settled. You still call them your child at 40.
I know.
And then the other one calls you, and her life who lives in Vermont, her life has totally fallen apart this weekend, and she has 3 children. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, my little baby.
They're always going to be our babies, though.
They are our babies, so.
A 26-year-old, a 24-year-old, and a 22-year-old, so. I think she'll kill me. Yeah, she's 23 now. I'm so sorry. I can't even remember.
I got 39 and 40. Turning 65 wasn't bad. It was when my kid turned 40 that was like, really?
Yep. Oh, boy. You look great for your age, Robin.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's working with all these 20-year-olds,
Oh, my gosh. I'm sure you keep up with them just fine.
I try. This is what keeps my sanity, so thank you so much. Thank you for your classes. This is
You're welcome, honey.
It helps.
I love you, too.
I have so much fun with these.
Oh, good. What's coming? Oh, the flowers come, and then the ornament wreath. Who's doing the ornament wreath? Anybody here going to do the ornament wreath? I'm excited to do that one.
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure yet?
Yeah. I think I am, but I'm not sure.
I'm excited that everybody's picking that pull-through ruffle in my survey there. I've been dying to do the pull-through ruffle.
Yeah, that's always been a difficult one for me, so I can't wait to have.
Why was it difficult?
I don't know. It must be my fingers or something. Or I'm just not.
What's that?
Sometimes I think I'm just not confident with myself. That I can do this.
Right.
So I think you need a little push sometimes.
Yeah. You do great work, Robin. I love your stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm getting there. It's starting to fill in a little bit. I'm not quite sure how it's going to look when it's done, because I've never used these colors before. I'm kind of got quite a few patterns going on, but it'll be fine.
It's Burlington Coat Factory.
Again, you know, it's all in the colors and the ribbons that you choose. And the thing of it is, it's nice about these is you don't really have to add anything else. You don't really have to add a sign. I mean, you can if you want to. I know the Halloween one that I posted had a sign on it, but you do not have to have a sign.
Okay, this is a strange question.
What's
After
that?
we get this made, what kind of hanger are you going to put on it to hang it up?
Just take a piece of ribbon. In fact, hold on one second. You don't even really have to string it around. Like, you could take a whole piece of ribbon and just string it around the back. But honestly, you don't even really have to do that. If you just want to take, let me cut a piece of ribbon here and I'll show you. You can take the ribbon that you already have, or you can, in fact, I'm going to open this one up because this one's pretty. The one that I just got at Walmart today. I can get it open. They're really slow at putting the Christmas stuff out over there. Well, this one's really pretty. It's sort of like sheer in the middle. I didn't realize that. It's pretty though. So just take a piece of your ribbon, and you don't even really have to get a super long piece. I'm just going to do this. I don't know, how long is that? Like about 12 inches. You could even just make a little loop. Just make a little loop, fold it in half and make a little loop. And just pin it. Just basically take 5 or 6 pins and just pin it to the back of your, you know what I mean? Just pin it. Or if you want to even just maybe before you put your ribbon on, if you know which one you want to use, just find a spot and just sort of feed it through.
Well, I've already cut all my ribbons, so I'll have to get something else.
Yeah, I mean, you can even take, like, if you have any, like, 1.5 inch ribbon or something like that.
Yeah.
There's, you know, there's a ton of ways you can.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious how you were going to attach
yours. We're just going to get a piece of ribbon and fold it in half and just pin it to the back and make like a little hanger out of it. So.
That's what I was thinking. What I was wondering.
That's okay. I didn't get to that part yet. My battery's running low. That always happens to me. I always forget to plug my laptop in. Here we go. I should have cut some of this ribbon to use. I really like this. But it's kind of sheer.
Cute.
Hold on a second here. Why isn't my battery? There we go. I like that. I think I might have too many patterns going on if I use that too, so we'll save that for another one. I keep dropping my pins. Come here, you little bugger. I can't wait to see yours when yours is done, Jeannie. Yours is going to be gorgeous. I love the ribbons that you picked out. Mm-hmm. So try to make sure, you know, when you're going through this, get some solids in there. Try to make sure that you get some solids in there. Get some different widths. I have some real thin white. I have some thin green. Don't forget about those as you're going along. You know, throw a couple solids in there, here and there. turn them different ways. They don't all have to all be going the same way, obviously. See a couple of patterns next to each other. You know, throw a solid in the middle. See, I made the mistake of cutting some of my ribbon in half down the middle. I don't know if I should have done that because it's like fraying. Because I had some that I ordered on eBay and it was kind of wide. So I cut it in half. And I'm wondering now if I should have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Our weather has been really, really strange here lately. Last week in upstate New York, now this is the last weekend or last week of September when it's typically maybe in the 60s for a high. It was in the 80s. It was in the upper 80s. And then I want to say, when did it get colder? It got colder Saturday. It was probably in the, it went back down to like the 60s. It was so nice, Saturday, Sunday. And then today it was warm again. It was up over 70, and I think Wednesday it's going to be 79. Our weather is very strange here, but the one thing that I noticed is that our leaves really haven't started changing yet. And normally they change pretty early up here because of the cold temperatures, but we haven't gotten really a lot of leaves changing yet.
Where in upstate New York are you?
I'm sorry?
Where in upstate New York are
I'm
you?
about 2 hours west of Albany.
Okay,
Where
okay.
are you, Robin? Aren't you in PA? Why do I think you're in PA?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. You're in Wisconsin. You said that.
Yes, yes.
What
But
about
my
you?
daughter lived.
I'm right in the middle of the state. So a lot of people think that, you know, I live in New York. I'm right next to New York City. A lot of people have that misconception, but New York's a pretty big state. So I'm about 5 hours from New York City. I'm up right in smack dab middle of the state. So.
Right. Well, my daughter's in Rutland, Vermont. So
Oh.
when I fly into Albany.
Oh, okay. There you go. So you're familiar with the area.
Yes.
Sort of. You're familiar with the airport anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I used to live in New Hampshire.
I love New Hampshire. I sprained my knee skiing at Loon Mountain in New Hampshire.
Ah!
My first time skiing, and I sprained my knee when I think I was probably 19 years old.
My daughter got married at Killington.
Oh, nice. She got married right there. How sweet is that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so nice.
So, yeah, it's gorgeous out there. I do miss it, but Wisconsin's good, you know. Too much snow, but it's all right.
And do you have lakes and stuff out there? I mean, like, do you have like big bodies of water? Or?
We have Lake Michigan.
Oh, that's right. You're right near Lake Michigan. Duh.
We are right on Lake Michigan. So where I live in Sheboygan, we are right on Lake Michigan. Yes.
That's
So
one of the biggest, isn't that one of the biggest Great Lakes, or is Lake Superior bigger?
Lake Michigan is a big one, yeah. And I park too close to the lake because the old pigeons and all that like my car. So
Oh, jeez.
I live about 25 minutes west of the lake, so that does help a little bit. But
That's probably why you get all the snow, though, too.
Oh, God, yes. Sorry. I'm not a snow person. I'm pretty well done with it.
Maybe you should move to Florida.
Well, we wanted to move to Arizona, but we've had my father-in-law passed away this summer, so we've had a lot of issues. So we are here for a while.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, things happen,
You do.
so.
I don't know. What do you think of this so far? Is it looking kind of strange? Is it looking like it might turn into something beautiful? Be honest. I can take it.
I think once everything's on it, it's going to be gorgeous.
I think so too. What colors are you using, Robin?
I am all Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got reds and green and whites and candy canes, and
Oh, nice.
we'll see what happens.
You guys, we can do another fall one or a Halloween one if you want. I mean, I know I sort of like stopped doing the surveys and I was like deciding what we're going to make, and I don't want to have to take that away from you. You know, I still want you guys to have an input on what we're going to make. That's kind of why I did the survey today. I would love to do, before Thanksgiving, I would love to do a nice Thanksgiving centerpiece for the table. I think that would be fun.
That would be.
I don't know how many of you out there host, Thanksgiving dinner for your families, but
I am this year.
you are?
Yes. So I would love that.
One of my own. I cook still. I bring dishes and I cook. I do the green bean casserole and I do the sweet potato casserole but my sister always does the turkey and all the other stuff.
Well, we're not a turkey family, but my son, the chef, is doing a prime rib. So
Oh, nice.
yes, and he's bringing that. So I have everything else, and he's doing the meat. So fine with me.
We're talking about Thanksgiving already. It's October. I can't believe it's October 2nd. So you gotta kind of want to pick it up every once in a while, and I know it doesn't really help you guys as you're watching me, but I kind of need to pick it up a little bit and look at it and see where I'm at and see where I want to add more. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like we had too many people that were interested in this class. I don't know why. Well, I should correct myself. I do have a lot of people that specifically just request the video because they either can't make the class for whatever reason and they just want the video. So I do have quite a few people that want the video for this class. And I feel terrible having to move the class to a weeknight because I know it's tough for a lot of people to do a weeknight class, and I apologize. But again, I really wished I could have had it yesterday and not had my plumbing issues. The kids all left and they went to my sister's to shower and everything, and I kind of had to sit and wait to see if the plumber was going to show up, and then he never did. So, whatever.
I never thought I would ever see a 9, but now we have to live up to it.
This week is guilty pleasures week. What's guilty pleasure?
I love boy bands. I've never admitted that, but to be honest, when I was 13, all I wanted was to be in a boy band. I need some pointers though. Like, how do I do the boy band? It's a mixture of like you're on the toilet taking
think I'm just going to continue to do the front and the top, and then I'm going to go down into the middle here and then go to the outside. I'm just going to work on the top for now. Get that all filled in. I don't know how many times you guys have poked yourselves, but that's probably like the 5th time I've poked myself reaching in for my pins. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to do a Thanksgiving centerpiece. I think that would be really pretty. Let's see here. What do I have? Don't forget about your thin ribbon. I think you're probably all getting the hang of it now, but make sure you put some thinner ribbon in between the bigger ribbon too. Here and there. You can do so many things with these. You could do, one for spring. I saw a beautiful spring one. Easter, Valentine's Day. Sometimes I wish I could just have you guys like over to my house and we could sit around my kitchen table or my dining room table and just make these and have coffee and cookies, and it would be really fun. Have a wreath making conference somewhere. Meet up at a hotel somewhere and like just have fun.
That would be so much fun.
Wouldn't it be fun? I would love that.
And make margaritas while we're making wreaths.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. And we'd all pass out and we wouldn't get our wreaths done.
Our significant
Yeah,
other would
fun.
say, "What y'all do down there?" "Oh, we just had girlfriend time."
Yeah.
Cotton is natural. Sometimes we need to do things that aren't. Meet America's most inspiring new hero. Look at it! Look at it! In one of Entertainment Weekly's most-watched new shows.
I know I see a lot of people posting in my group, they have the wine and wreath parties. But I don't know about you, but I don't know, I have a couple glasses of wine, I just want to go to sleep. I'm not getting any wreaths done if I drink wine. I don't know what happened to this piece of ribbon. There we go. It's starting to look funny on me. I had to fix it. It was twisting around on me here, and I wasn't liking that. Oh, what do I want to put this one? Let's put this one up here. Cute. It's getting there. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been wanting to do a Facebook Live in the group for a couple of weeks now. I have all my mesh cut. I was going to make a fall spiral wreath for y'all. You got me saying y'all now. I just have not had the time. But I got everything ready. I think I get nervous with Facebook Lives only because I see all the other guys. Like I see Nick doing them, I see Damon doing them, and I see all the questions that are, flying up on the screen, and they don't have time to answer them all. And I feel bad that if I did a Facebook Live and I wouldn't have the time to answer all your questions there, but I think I'm going to give it a shot. I'd like to do that for you guys. I hate to have to just have classes all the time. I want to do some Facebook Lives too, and I have so much stuff. I have so many supplies, but I think I want to do that. It may just be I'll pop on the group and say I'm going to do a live in an hour, so I don't know if I'll be able to give you that much notice, but that's really what I want to do. Maybe I'll do it this week sometime. This week is kind of a chill week this week, so. I'm bleeding. Be careful with these pins, you guys. I'm telling you. Be careful.
I'm loving the way my colors are coming together.
I wish I could see.
I'll post a picture
I
later.
love your colors. When I saw those, I was like, oh, I love those. I know you will, honey.
I like yours.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and I'm wondering how it's going to look when it's done, but. You think so? What do you think so far? It's getting there. I love my swirly ribbon though. I saw
Mine
this.
is so much bigger than that. And it's taken it. I still have a lot of space.
That's okay. You'll finish it tonight. It's not,
Oh yeah.
not the end of the world.
I'll take it to work with me tomorrow and work on it at my lunch.
There you go.
They're used to see me do that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where did I see somebody one time? They were somewhere weird. I don't want to say weird, but it was just a place that I wouldn't think that I would see somebody working on a wreath. They went somewhere. Maybe they were watching like their child play softball or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they posted a picture and they had their wreath stuff with them, and they were working on a wreath. Oh, and I think I know what it was. I think they were like going on a cross country trip or something like that, and they were in the car. They were actually in the car, working on a wreath. I'm like, how do you have the room to do that in the car? You know what I haven't worked on in a while, and I was really doing a lot of them for a little while, our shelf liner wreaths. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done a shelf liner wreath. I was really addicted to them for a little while. That's like all I was doing. I think it was before I started doing the classes. I was doing the shelf liner wreaths. Let's see here. Let me fix my camera. I feel like I'm blurry again. Hold on a second. I don't know why all of a sudden my camera gets blurry like that. It's funny because I can see the image on my laptop, and I always think it doesn't look good. But then when I go back and I watch it, the replay, when I download it from Zoom, it always looks so much better. I don't know why that is. Wow, it's 9:19 already. Well, 9:19 my time. I can't believe we've been doing this for an hour and a half, you guys. Can you believe that? What the heck? I thought it might have been like maybe 8:45. Well, you're probably 7:45 over there in Wisconsin.
Yes, I keep forgetting you're an hour ahead.
I know. I had to think about it for a minute. I actually work from home, and I worked for a company that was in Wisconsin for a little while. And so he would always screw me up when he wanted to do a conference call, and he would give me the wrong time, and I'd say, "Listen, Ryan, I'm on the East Coast. I'm not in your time zone. You forget."
I know I have to think about that every time I try to call my daughter. So
I'm trying to remember what city he was in. I'm trying to remember now. It was Panacea Solutions was the name of the company. It was an appointment setting position. It was all virtual. Everybody was all virtual. They all worked virtually from home. So I'm pretty sure they had a physical office. They had to have. I need to look that up now. I need to see where they are, since you can see if they were close to you or not.
I would be curious on that.
Let me look it up on my phone. Hold on a second. I'll tell you. Let's see. I just stopped working for them a few months ago, but if they ask me where they are, and I can't tell you. See ya.
Hey, I thought you were choosing the flute.
Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac.
Is that close to you?
That is about a half hour, 45 minutes west of here. So yes, that is close. What?
I said that's not too far.
Nope, that's not very far at all.
GoPro with Crest HD.
Crest HD cleans and whitens my teeth to eye-popping levels.
Crest HD. 6 times cleaning, 6 times.
Everybody, you did very good in pronouncing that.
Did I?
Everybody massacres our names around here.
I can say. Didn't you say Sheboygan a little while ago, or was I imagining that?
Sheboygan. I live in a small town called Hingham, which everybody is like, where the heck is Hingham? But you blink and you're through it. So
Right.
We're out in the country.
I'm pretty sure that there were some very hard to pronounce cities. I used to call in a lot of businesses in that area. And I can remember there were a lot of very hard to pronounce cities. I can't remember any of them now, but.
Oh yeah, we have like Oconomowoc and Wauwatosa. Yes, we have some.
Wauwatosa, that's it, right. I remember.
Wauwatosa, yes.
Wauwatosa.
Yeah, we've got some names out here.
Those are Indian names.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, they are.
The mayor is on everyone's must-watch list. It's the best new comedy of the season. The mayor, Brandon Michael Hall, has spot-on comic timing and charisma to
I don't know if anybody else is farther along than me, but I felt like I'd be farther along after an hour and a half. But like I said, you know, I think you guys have got the hang of it. You know, we don't get finished within our two hours. It's not the end of the world, but I'm sure that when everybody's done, I'm sure mine's going to be pretty when it's done too. It's just time consuming. This is just a time consuming project, but I'll be honest, I find it very relaxing. You know, like Robin said. I'm pretty much concentrating on the top right now, and then I'll move to the outside and the inside.
I did mine a little different. We'll see how it goes. I did my inside first.
You did?
Yes, so we'll see what happens here.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I'm trying to figure out how I want my inside to go. If I want them all facing up, or I gotta see as I go along. Because like I said, you can take your ribbon and you can kind of fold it this way instead, and then attach it like that. I'm gonna try that on the side and see how that looks. I have a feeling when it's hanging, it might look kind of weird. I don't know. We gotta see. So just take it on the side here and just sort of like pin it up like that. And you can do a couple of layers. That way all your ribbons on the side are all facing upwards toward the top and not like necessarily sticking out. But then you're gonna have to do 2 layers there, I think. I'll have to see what I want to do with that. Because I feel like if I do that, I'm not really sure how I like the way that looks there, because you can see the pin and everything. I mean, it looks nice from that angle as it's facing upwards, but then when you're kind of looking at it from the side, I don't know. I gotta think about that. I'll get to that after. Because I feel like every time I'm sitting there looking at it from the side, it's going to bother me seeing the pin sitting there. You're not really aiming for perfection here either. I want to make that very clear. I saw one the other day on Pinterest that the ribbons were like all exactly the same size, like the widths, the circles were all exactly the same size, and it was too perfect in my opinion. I mean, I think I like the way it's sort of not really like thrown together, but you're not really aiming for perfection. It's like nice in its, I don't want to say messiness, casualness maybe, I don't know, whatever word you want to use.
Whimsical.
What's that?
Whimsical.
Whimsical?
Yes.
There you go. I like whimsical. That'll work. I always think about Edward Scissorhands when I think about whimsical or the Grinch. I don't know why, but I do. I love that movie, Edward Scissorhands. And I apologize for, picking this up like this, but I'm just trying to see where I want to put things here. I think anybody who's watching this that is not attending the class, that it's getting the video, by now, after an hour and a half, I think that, it's going to be safe to assume that they've gotten the gist of what it is we're trying to do here, I think. Teresa, how are you doing? You're kind of quiet, honey. How are you doing over there? Maybe she doesn't have any sound. That's right. I remember she was having some sound issues with her device the last time. I have to see if I can help her with that. She's so excited for these classes, and she made some beautiful trees too. She made a couple of trees. But she was having sound issues. I don't know if she meant that she couldn't hear me or she couldn't talk. I have to try to help her with that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do mine on the side like that because I just don't like the way that looks over there. I think I'm just going to do the circles on the side as well. So guess what, guys? You just pull the pins out and you start over. Easy peasy. No glue to have to undo or yank out. It's amazing how quickly this starts to fill in. Well, maybe not quickly, but what do you think, guys? How does mine look so far? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hooray! Thank you. I know you guys will be honest with me.
Couple in jeopardy, Nick and Peter. Nobody wants to be in the bottom two, but I'm giving it every bit of effort I possibly can. Take this week's session and prove it right or wrong.
I I'm going to start putting some more thinner ribbons here. I want some more thin ones. I like the way the white looks. I actually bought this set of ribbons off eBay, and it was a lot of ribbon. I mean, like a lot, not like a lot, like a whole bunch, a lot, like a group of ribbon. And they had already, matched all the colors and everything, and the white was in with this one set. And I'm glad it was. I think the white looks pretty. With the red and the green. Because I was having a hard time just trying to pick out individual ribbons, so. Don't be afraid to maybe put one on top of another one. I don't really necessarily mean on top, but they don't have to be, spaced a certain distance apart. Again, we're doing whimsical or just casual or just fun, just make it fun. I don't want to put this one on. We're going to stick him right here. Because I feel like sticking them right there. I want to fill my middle one, I think, a little bit too. I know I have some to do on the outside as well. But we're getting there. It's filling in. Ouch. These pins are sharp. That's really going to be cute when it's done. I like that. I really like those designs and those colors. I'm very happy with that. Let's see, where can I put Miss Polka Dot here? Just from looking at it from this angle, it almost looks like it's almost done, but I can see from where I'm sitting, there's a lot of empty spots, and I want to do the outside. I mean, I guess you don't really have to do the outside, but I mean, when it's kind of like hanging on your wall, you don't really want to see all that. You want that to be covered with pretty ribbon, so. But I'm going to probably wait and do that last just because. Has anybody had a chance to watch the second tree video at all with the poof?
Not yet.
I had fun doing that one. I enjoyed that one. It looks really pretty lit up too. My daughter took a picture of it and she wanted me to post it, but it just didn't look as nice in the picture as it did, in person. And so I didn't really want to post that, but it looks so pretty lit up too. And I did it a little bit differently with the lights. The first time I did it, I did the lights vertically. And it kind of worked out well because I was able to kind of attach my ruffles to the actual strings of lights. I attached more pipe cleaners. But what I did this time for the poof was I got all my floral wire in place ahead of time. I just made my bridges right up, in between each section where there was gaps. And then I did my lights. I went around, and because of the like, here's your tomato cage, because I had my floral wire, going up and down, my lights just kind of wrapped around that, and it just looked better. It was easier to be able to wrap the lights around vertically, and you'll see when you watch the video how I did that. And I only used, I want to say, 1.5 rolls of 21-inch mesh. It didn't even take 2 rolls of mesh. Let's see. And you're going to see as it's filling in where you want to add your thinner ribbon. It works. Your thinner ribbon will work really well to fill in those little pockets. If you don't have thinner ribbon, then that's fine too. You can use regular ribbon to fill in those little gaps. Regular width. I don't want to put this. I thought I saw a spot where I wanted to put this one, but now I can't find it. I think I'm going to try to put a little bit in the middle here. I cannot believe it's 9:45 or 8:45. We've been doing this for almost 2 hours. So now it's getting to the point where I'm trying to figure out where to put stuff here because it's getting kind of full. On the top anyway, but not in the middle. So I kind of should probably focus on my middle a little bit. I want to put something there though. What can I put there? Let's see. Of course, if you're anything like me, it is an absolute sin to put two ribbons that are the same right next to each other. I remember, and I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. You're going to think I'm crazy. When I was a kid, and we used to get the huge we always got a real tree when I was growing up, and they were gigantic. I remember we used to go into the woods, and my dad and I, or my family and I would, my mom would never go, just my dad and my brothers and sisters, we would go out and we'd chop this huge tree down, and hold on one second for me. He knows I'm doing my class. And it would fill up the entire living room. And I always remember that I had this OCD thing. I shouldn't really say OCD because there are people that really have OCD, and it's, but I could never have two Christmas packages under the tree with the same wrapping paper. I remember I used to always be arranging the presents under the trees so that there was never, and like if one package had like a lot of green in it, they had to go on one side. I know I was a crazy kid. So I'm kind of that same way with ribbon now. No, you can't have two ribbons next to each other that are the same. That's not going to work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys probably think I'm crazy. I think you're talking to myself. I'm not really talking to myself. I'm talking to you. So this one's kind of even inside that one. See how he's kind of like tucked in there? That little polka dot one and that white one. I'm just going to leave that because that looks kind of cute. It's all good. All good in the neighborhood. So I think as you keep going here, it goes a little bit quicker. Like I said, just don't make yourself crazy trying to, achieve perfection, because you don't really want perfection. You just want it to look fun. I gotta put something in that spot there. Let's see. Maybe I'll do one of these. My ribbons, oops. Oh, I hope I didn't drop that on the floor. I don't really want to step on a needle later. Or a pin. Oh, I see it. I found it. This neat pin is not wanting to go through this piece of snowman ribbon for some reason. It's giving me a hard time. I do not know why. I think it's because it's his face is right there. It doesn't want to go through his face. There we go. Let's see, where can we put the snowman? Got a snowman there, we got one there, we got one there. We don't have one over here. I think that's looking kind of nice. I need some green in that spot though. Put a little bit of green in there. So again, it's time consuming, but as you can see as you go along, it looks really, really pretty as it starts to fill in. I need something in that spot there. Yes, I do. Let's see. What can I put in there? Let me see. Do I want a green? I'll put a solid green in there. You're going to have to hold it up and look at it. And like for me, having it laid down on the table like that, it's kind of hard for me to tell. So I look up at the laptop and I see the image and it helps me looking down at it. Put some red over there, I think. Maybe I'll put a polka dot. I'll put a polka dot there. If anybody wants to show me what they're working on, you can. Or we can just wait and you can just post it when it's done, whatever's clever.
Since I don't have video, what I'll do is when we get done here tonight, I'll post what I've done so far on our group page, and that way you can see.
Okay, honey. I knew that. I knew you said you didn't have video, so.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll do that.
It's all good. How far along are you? Are you farther along than me? Because you're a fast worker, I remember that.
No, because you have a smaller wreath than I do.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, no biggie. I'm just trying to keep my OCD from kicking in
You know, I'm having a hard time with mine too.
with my ribbon placements.
Yeah, me too. That's why you just kind of look at it quick and you move on.
Yep.
Get it in there and then move on. Don't look at one spot for too long. That's what I'm doing. I'm really bad at that with my Christmas tree. Another thing, you know, can't have two ornaments next to each other, you know, that are too similar. I used to be really bad with my lights. Oh my gosh. My lights had to be placed a certain way. And it's just, oh God, it's so time consuming to have to worry about stuff like that. It's just, whew. No more. What do I need to put in there? Let me see. One of these. We're going to have to wrap it up though pretty soon here. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm sorry we didn't get to finish, but we did get quite a bit done in 2 hours, I think. And I'll probably stay up for a little while longer to work on this a little bit more. Make myself some coffee, even though it is 10 o'clock at night. That's okay. I've spent many a late nights working on projects and working on the group. And I'll tell you something right now. It's the most difficult part of the main group, the big group, is approving members. I swear, we get literally hundreds a day, hundreds of requests a day from people to join. And, you know, I don't want to just let anybody in. So it's time consuming. It's time consuming to look through the requests and, you know, see who I want to let in and who I don't want to let in. And it's a lot of work. I remember one time I was having a bad day, and, you know, please don't tell anybody this. I was having a really bad day. So I went in and I looked at the group and the requests, and I think there was like 500 people waiting to be approved. And I just declined them all. I hit the decline all, and I thought about it after, and I thought I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? I thought to myself, they don't get a notification that I declined them. So I said, they'll just click to join again. That's bad, huh? I just did not. I know, I think my other admins one of them was out of town. No, I think one of them was in Florida, and she was dealing with the hurricane and didn't have any internet. So she couldn't help me, and I felt bad. That's bad, huh? I'm bad for doing that. But again, they didn't get a notification that I denied them. I'm sure they just probably joined again. So
It's a hard job what you're doing. That's hard.
oh my gosh. And that's, you know, you guys don't even know like the behind the scenes stuff. Like,
I believe it today, all the stuff I was getting on that tree.
I need to find that post. Can you tag me in your post? Do you know where it is, or is it like, because there's so many posts in the group that it's hard to find posts once they're up there.
I can, but I was getting private messages too.
Your tree is gorgeous. That's why I can believe it. I can totally believe it. I had another woman, and Teresa knows if Teresa can hear me, because Teresa did a couple of trees, and a woman had asked to join the group, and she said something like she wasn't going to have the money to join till the 12th or something like that. But I don't know if you saw my new post. I posted everybody's trees. I said, come join the wreath classes. And what she was doing is she was messaging and commenting on everybody's pictures and trying to get them to tell her how she made it, or how they made it. And they kept saying, well, it's Christine's class. And then she messaged me and she was trying to get me to tell her how I made it. And I said, well, just join the group. It's only $10. It's, all the other paid groups are more than me. It's only $10 to join. You can use your $10 join fee to get the tomato cage tree. And she just was trying so hard to get me to tell her. And I did feel bad. I don't want everybody to think that I'm just about the money.
I felt bad today too, but I was like, come on, I'm sorry, but we're all doing this, and I don't know. I felt bad, but
here's the thing. You're always going to have that group of people that feels like they never want to pay for anything. You know what I mean? That they just feel like, you're taking your time to do a tutorial. You're taking your time to work on something. You need to share that with them, and you need to do it, for free. And, there's a lot of YouTube tutorials online. There's a lot of free stuff online. And that's fine. Hardworking mom, Lori Riley Jacobs, is one of my best friends. I love her. But, don't knock the people that want to charge for their time. There's nothing wrong with that. It really, really isn't. And I work really hard at all of this. I mean, my kids get mad at me because I'm constantly online. I'm constantly checking the group. I'm always in my room, locked in my room. Making sure, see if anybody has any questions, And I tell people that don't have a chance to attend the class, if they're just buying the video, I tell them, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll help you if I can. You paid for this class, you paid for the video. If you need any help at all, let me know. I'll be happy to help you. So I want to make myself available for the folks that can't attend live too, because they don't have the ability to ask questions because they just have the video. So it really is a lot of work. So I applaud the people that do the free tutorials, but don't feel like you're entitled. Don't feel like everything needs to be given to you. That's all.
I'm an accountant, and we charge for our time. We bill by the hour.
Yeah.
People and attorneys and accountants bill by the hour. People just don't want to pay for your time. They just don't think your time, all the time that you spent in school, they don't think it's worth it. So
yeah.
I completely understand. But I'm going to have to get off here, but I'll send you a picture later.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get off too, honey. I was going to switch the cam over so I could talk to you guys a little bit. I always like to end that way. Yes, please. Let me see what you've done so far. When you feel comfortable posting it, there's no hurry.
It's not by any means finished, but I'll send a picture here in a little bit.
Okay, honey.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good
Bye,
evening.
Tina. Have a great night. All right, I think I'm gonna stop too. I'm gonna put one more piece in here, I think, because it's just bothering me that there's nothing there. And I want to at least try to get my front somewhat done. Well, I like these colors. I'm glad we decided to do this, but I got to figure out what I want to put in that one spot.
Well, Christina, I just want to thank you for all this because I know it's hard work. I totally understand.
I don't want you guys to think I'm complaining. That's not it at all.
You're not.
I love doing this.
I know, and you're not complaining. I
Okay.
mean, I just thought today when I was getting all these messages, and I'm going like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And
you did an awesome job. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'm not surprised at all that you were getting a lot of messages.
Well, I appreciate it. It's very nice, but it was like, join the group. This is how I've learned from you, and I appreciate it so much. So, thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet, Robin. Thank you so much. I'd love to come and hang out with you sometime.
Yeah.
Next time I come to Vermont, I'll have to come to Northern New York.
Take a side trip. All right, I'm gonna switch my camera over, I think, so I can say goodnight to you guys. But I don't know. What do you think so far of what I've got going on here? What do you think?
Love it.
I think that looks really nice. I mean, I have to do the sides. I have to do the inside, but you know, it's not perfect. What am I seeing here? I'm gonna mess with it a little bit. But what do you think of the ribbon choices? Do they look okay together?
I like it. You got more green than I have. I like it.
Thanks, Robin. Well, let me switch my camera over quick so I can talk to you guys. My voice is starting to get hoarse here. Where am I? Here I am. And you can see my room. But I can't wait to see everybody's wreaths. And next week is the flower. If you have any questions, I'm here. I'm always here. If I can't answer you right away, I'll answer you as soon as I can. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being with me. And I'll hold this up like this too. It's not done, but it looks pretty darn good for a 2-hour effort, I think.
Looks
All
great.
right, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks. You too.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Right. About cutting open a 40-year-old woman.